strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
Hey guys, as promised, I am back with a tutorial. So to start off, I am gonna put my foundation on, which is the Maybelline Fit Me. You guys know I love that foundation. And of course, I use beauty blenders, not brushes. I mean, it's just my preference. You can use, I guess, whatever you like. But over the years, I've gotten so used to using a beauty blender. I just feel like it allows the foundation to go on so smoothly. And believe it or not, it's one of these things that you really don't think works, but it actually does. So I have not gone back to a brush since discovering the beauty blender. But as I said before, you can use whatever you want. So I'm just, you know, putting my foundation on, making sure it's blended in all different areas. You always want to remember that hairline, because trust me, you don't want that your makeup stops like right before your hairline. It's gonna look really, really unnatural, and everybody's gonna know you have makeup on. So you want to make sure you get that part, your chin, everything. You want to make everything seamless. Once you have that down packed, I'm gonna put on concealer. You could use an eyeshadow primer, but nowadays I use concealer. It works just as good. And I put that all over my lid just to form a base, so that when I put my eyeshadow, everything will, will kind of stick to my eyelid and stay intact and last a lot longer. So I'm going into the James Charles palette, which I love oh so much. And I am using one of the shades here. I believe I'll put the names on here for you guys. And I'm using that as a base. So I'm putting that all over my eyelid. Same thing on the other side. And it's always good to have a base. I feel like it makes your eyeshadow stick, especially if you're using colors as opposed to just going right in. So now I'm going in with this other shade, which is kind of like an orange shade from the palette. I'm putting that all over my lid, but just not as close to my eyebrows. I know it probably looks really crazy to you guys right now, but trust me, everything is gonna come together in the end. So I'm just kind of setting up where I want the color specifically. And of course, once everything gets blended in, it's going to look a whole lot better. So I tend to do both lids at the same time. I don't know why. I know some people do one and they do the other. I just feel like I won't have them match if I do it that way. So now I'm taking a regular brush with no eyeshadow on it, and I'm just using that to blend out the orange shade that I put on. As you can see, it has gotten a lot more lighter, but the color is still there. So now I'm going in with a red shade, and I'm putting that towards the bottom of my eyelid. I want this to blend in with the orange a little bit, but I don't want to lose the orange color at the same time. So I'm just ensuring that both eyelids are the same and that I meet it right in the middle, and I still allow the orange to shine. Now I'm going in with a lighter orange right in the middle. I feel like this is like the perfect blend of the look I'm kind of going for. So I went to Pennsylvania this weekend. If you haven't seen my vlog, it's up on my channel. But I saw a beautiful sunset, and this is my inspiration for today's eye look. So I figured that lighter orange would kind of make everything blend together and give it that nice like sunset color that I was really looking for. So I'm just ensuring right now that the red doesn't get lost in everything, because I want each shade to show on its own. So I'm gonna dust off the excess fallout. Now I'm putting on my eyeliner. This is from e.l.f. You guys know I love this eyeliner. I don't feel like I found another eyeliner that's just as good as this one. It just is so the texture of it is really good. The applicator is very precise. It allows you to get where you want to go without making too much of a mess. So this is, I think this is a really good liner for if you're a beginner. And on top of that, it's e.l.f. so it's super affordable and super cheap. So I'm just, creating my wing right now. Nothing too crazy, just something real simple, but just to give the eye a little bit of a pop. So I'm bringing everything into the inner corner. And I'm putting on mascara. Right now I'm using the Maybelline Great Lash, which is the butterfly one, the best mascara hands down. I've never used anything else. I've tried a few others, but none of them compare. So I just always stick to this particular mascara. I feel like it on its own, just your lashes without any like falsies. This brings out your lashes like super bomb. It looks so nice and defined, but we're gonna be putting falsies on today. But this is an awesome mascara. I love it so much. So now I'm gonna get my lashes prepped, and while that's drying I am going to put my concealer on to get rid of these dark circles, girl. This is like probably one thing about my face that I hate the most. But I feel like I exaggerated sometimes, but I need me some concealer. I feel like this is one of my most important steps because I need to, bring my face back to life, and just, this is what I do to highlight. This particular concealer is from NYX, and this is a really, really good concealer also. It's very creamy, and it applies really seamlessly. So I've been using that for a little while and I'm really loving that. So now I'm gonna, blend everything out. Making sure, not to wipe off my eyeliner. That's, a common mistake that most people will make. And I am blending.
Blending.
So now I'm applying the same red eyeshadow that I used on the top. I'm applying that on the bottom lash line just to give it a little bit of a pop. I don't normally do this, but I feel like it was necessary for this particular look. And now we're going to set our concealer because we don't want it to move. So this is the best way to do it. I'm using Laura Mercier to do that. And now I'm going to use the Black Radiance contour palette. I believe this is the cream one. And I'm going to use that to do my contour. So I contour just, the sides of my nose. I feel like, it just makes my face look a lot more structured. And then I'm going to create my contour on my cheeks, which has somehow become one of my favorite things to do. Gonna put some on my forehead and under my chin to get rid of that double chin. Now we're gonna blend everything out. Makeup is all about blending. You have to blend, you have to blend, you have to blend. Cut that contour, girl. Don't forget the bottom of your chin. You have to get that also. Now I'm going to use some more Laura Mercier, and I'm just going to highlight the bottom of the contour. This helps a lot to make your contour stand out a lot more. So I'm going to do that on both sides and just let that sit for a little while. I'm going to go into the other contour palette from Black Radiance, and this one is the powder. And of course, anytime you use cream, you have to use powder to set it. It just allows it to sit a lot more beautifully. So I'm doing that on my nose, and we're going to get right into brows. So brows are on, did that off camera. Now I'm going to wipe away the highlight that we had under the contour. I'm going to make sure you get all of that off. You don't want any white residue there. And we're going to get both sides. And now I'm going to take my contour shade and I am going to contour on top of the cream to set everything together. Looks a little drastic now, but everything is going to blend together once we're done. And I also get some of that under my chin as well because we also put cream down there. Now I'm going to take my Tarte blush, which is one of my favorite blushes, and I'm going to apply that to my cheeks to give it a little pop of warmth. And as you can see, it doesn't really take much for this blush to show up. And earlier I did put some concealer under my brows off camera, so now I'm just gonna take a Q-tip, which I feel is one of the tools that is the best for this, and I'm gonna use that, and I'm just gonna take off the excess because you want to highlight, but you don't want it to look like you just popped concealer under there. You want it to look just like a slight highlight under your eyebrows, just to make it stand out a little bit. Now I'm going to take my Anastasia, and this is the brow gel, and I'm going to put that on my brows just to have everything stay in place. Now I'm going to take just the excess from my contour powder, and I'm going to put some on my forehead. And now I'm just going to blend a little bit of the powder because I don't want it to be too prominent on my nose, so just blending it in a little bit. Now I'm applying the same Maybelline Great Lash Mascara to my bottom lashes. And I'll do that on the other side. And now I'm going to take my Maybelline Loose Powder, and this happens to be my shade, so I'm going to put some of that powder all over my face, and this is supposed to blend everything together, including the contour, to make everything become one. So as you can see, you know, there's no prominent lines anymore. Everything looks seamless, but your contour is still there. Now I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray in D-Slick, which is for oily skin. As you guys can see, I love this so much that I sprayed a lot of it. This is a really good spray at keeping your makeup and making your makeup last and to stay all day. And this is my happy dance because I'm done. So yeah guys, this is my Sunset Eyes makeup tutorial. If I didn't mention it before, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to your girl's channel, just a heads up. And just to put something on the lips, I'm using e.l.f., which is just a clear glass that I got from them a long time ago. I'm gonna put that on my lips just to, you know, just to make it, you know, not look as dry as it did before. We want to focus on the eyes, so we're just going with a clear glass. And this is the final look, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will talk to you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.